Hey guys, it's Young Acty back again with another video, and I'm gonna try to make this one short. It's really more of a spur of the moment video because so many people have been wanting my opinion on impeachment, which just officially happened today. The House passed two articles of impeachment against President Trump. So, in case you're unaware, this does not mean that Trump is going to be kicked out of office or prevent him from running next year. This solely means that he's been accused of high crimes, being obstruction of justice and abuse of power. Now, before we get started, I just want to be clear. I do think what Trump did was an impeachable and removable offense. He didn't say direct words, but when the most powerful person in the world asks you for a favor, do you really have the choice to say no? No. And that's the position that President Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, was in when Trump asked him to look into Burisma and the Bidens, which he explicitly stated. Another disclaimer. Both of the Bidens have been cleared from any wrongdoing by both the current Ukrainian chief prosecutor and the one that Joe Biden had fired. Both saying that the Bidens have done nothing wrong. So, even though I think his actions were impeachable, I think that this impeachment is pointless and actually going to backfire on Democrats for two reasons. One, there's a Republican Senate, and Trump has Republicans wrapped around his finger. Two, the 2020 election. So, first off, in order for the president to actually be removed from office, there has to be a 2/3 vote, which is 67 of the 100 senators, to kick him out. Meaning that 20 of Senate Republicans would have to go against the president and vote for removal, which is simply unrealistic. DT has a 95% approval rating among Republicans, extremely high, meaning Republicans that come out against him are not going to have a good time next election. I understand the fact that Democrats want to ensure that no president in the future feels that it is okay to put pressure on a foreign government to influence our elections and need to do whatever they can in order to do what's right. But at the same time, I personally don't believe in doing things without a result. Trump is not going to be removed, and this impeachment is barely going to put a blemish on his record because his base is actually going to be energized by this. This entire time, Republicans have been pushing that the Democrats have been trying to get this president out of office since day one. And this is another one of those radical attempts to do that. They say that they have no real evidence and that it isn't even a fair trial because they're trying to force it through quickly. And because of the fact that people don't like to do deep research when it comes to politics and rather take things at face value, that's the narrative that's starting to be believed, which brings me to my next point, the 2020 election. So, if I'm being honest, and I hate saying this, but this is just the truth, from what I've seen so far, the next election is Donald Trump's to lose. And although many people may think the opposite, this only boosts his chance of winning. First, let's look at the history on this. The last impeachment that this country went through was when Bill Clinton was president in 1999, which was very similar to this impeachment. It was a very partisan divide, and people couldn't agree on whether the acts were actually impeachable. At the end of the impeachment, Bill Clinton had a higher approval rating than before. This was because it encouraged Bill to do things that take away from the impeachment. He introduced major welfare reform in his final year and sent troops to Libya during the trial in order to take public attention from impeachment. And that's exactly what Trump is doing now. He was just recently able to negotiate the USMCA, the United States Mexico-Canada Agreement, a trade deal that most would say is better than NAFTA. And this not only energizes his already strong base, but also takes attention away from the trial at hand, which even I have to admit is very smart. What we've learned, especially from the Mueller reports, is that the American people's attention span is very short when it comes to politics. They want things to be simple, not too deep so that they don't have to do research, understandable in layman's terms, and they want to be done talking about it before the football game starts at 7. Which is why Democrats have been trying to force this through the House so quickly. But they've already lost the American people's interest. People who aren't like me, who don't run on this stuff, are losing interest. They see the impeachment trials as boring and time consuming, and polls have shown that support for removal of President Trump is diminishing as time goes on. Pushing this issue through a brutal Senate that's mainly Republican, that's going to uh, basically put the entire trial and into shambles, taking up another 2 months to discuss this and go over impeachment is just going to cause the Democrats to lose public support, which could hurt election chances. Not to mention that so many Democratic candidates are senators. Senator Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, Amy Klobuchar, Tulsi Gabbard, Cory Booker, who, yes, is still running. Meaning that this trial is going to take time from them being able to run their campaign. So basically, those are my views on impeachment right now. And for everyone's sake, I just really want this to be over. It's not going to work out for Democrats. If anything, it's going to hurt them. And on top of that, we look silly on the international stage. And if there's one thing I hate more than being controlled, it's being ridiculed. If you enjoyed the video and learned something, please leave a like and comment, and subscribe to get more info on when I come out with these videos. Also, if you didn't like the video, leave a dislike and comment on why. And also, really quick, for the fans out there, I do have something really exciting that I'm working on. Hopefully I can get it done by this weekend. The interview that I'm supposed to be having with Alex Valdez is finally looking like it's gonna come together, and it's really exciting. So subscribe, click on the bell so you have notifications when the video is posted. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.